Mm,
I really want to be able to hear you.
yeah, you can't hear me at all? No, you can't hear me at all?
Hmm.
Yeah. Microphone. This is on.
Hmm.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? No? I don't know what to do.
Ah!
I know.
Screw it. I'll just take my headphones off. That helps.
Let's see. Can you hear me now? Still can't hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. That's weird.
Maybe those headphones are just not
Yeah.
enjoying this.
Okay. Well,
Sorry
that's
about that.
good. Okay, so, well, hi, I'm Raquel. My
Hi.
husband went to get my kids from school, so I'm trying to hurry up and do this before they get back home. All right, let's see. I put I took a screenshot on my phone, so if I'm looking at it, that's why,
Okay.
of the questions. So we can just start by, I'll just read my questions and then you can read yours. I know some of them are pretty much like the same, just worded
Right.
differently. And then we can come up with an agreement because we need, I think it's 3 to 5 for the infographic we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's due on Sunday. And then we have to do like a reflection after this. So it's recording. So then I'll just send it to our teachers when we're finished.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I'll just go through. Here we go. Well, they gave us that one. So mine were, what new practices should we as teachers implement for more effective teaching for all students? How are all districts working to improve the achievement gap? What has been implemented in helping close the achievement gap? What causes the achievement gap? How does technology impact the achievement gap? How are standardized tests impacted by the achievement gap? And who is the gap between? Who will fund the overall cost of everything that is needed to implement change in schools to close the achievement gap? How are teachers being trained to close the achievement gap? What is administration doing to close the achievement gap? Why is there an achievement gap? I guess I have that twice. What role do home factors play in the achievement gap, and how can administration support teachers and support staff on closing the gap?
Excellent.
Yeah. And yours were good too. Did you take a picture of yours or you have it up on your
This
computer?
side by side here. So, why is there an achievement gap? How do social scripts, if at all, influence the achievement gap? What is the greatest difference between a high achieving student and a low achieving student? How is student achievement measured? Why don't schools devote more resources to addressing learned helplessness? Why do students from more affluent households generally have higher academic performances? How can educators encourage equitable access for all students? What role does language acquisition vocabulary have in creating the achievement gap? What if technology can help close the achievement gap? Why don't most cities provide free public Wi-Fi? How does how does access to information inform the achievement gap? What if low achieving students are proficient in non-traditional literacies that aren't considered when determining achievement? What role do administrators and support staff take when schools address the achievement gap? How large is the achievement gap? And why is there a correlation between low achieving students, and undesirable behavior.
Okay. All right. So I like yours too. And one that I know that we should have, because we both have it on our list, is basically, why is there an achievement gap? Because that's like the overall. So if we can agree on that question, that could be like one of our questions that we focus on. And then do any of the other ones like just stand out to you that you really just want the answers to? Because I'm pretty open. I want the answers to all of them. So
Right.
it just depends on, what you're leaning more towards and finding out. I know that see, we did a lot of studies on this. I teach in Ann Arbor, so we have a lot of equity meetings and things like that. And we not at the school that I'm at now, but the school I was at before, we focused a lot on the achievement gap. So I'm not familiar with everything, but I do know that it's something that's hard. Like, the answers are really hard to find. So I don't know if we'll find like an exact answer, So I'm just pretty much open to anything that I can learn just basically about the achievement gap. So if you have any other questions that you just really want to focus on, I'm open to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Well, I'm in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Say it again.
I'm in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Oh, you're not in Michigan?
Mm-mm.
I don't know why I thought you were in Michigan for some reason. But you did your student teaching in Southfield, right?
Yeah,
I read your blog. That was really interesting. Like, I live in Southfield too, and I grew up in Southfield. But I went to Michigan State for undergrad.
Me too.
A long time ago. Well, I went in 2002. What year did you go?
I went from 2010 to like 2014.
Oh, yeah. See, you're way younger than me. All right, that's pretty cool. So, okay. All right, so what do you want to, so why is there an achievement gap? So that could be number one. And then the other one, we both talked about technology with the achievement gap. Do you want to do anything with technology, or?
I think technology or equitable access to technology.
Okay. So how do you want to work? Like, what do you want to, give me the question?
So why is there an achievement gap for number one? Number two, is there a correlation between technology access and student achievement?
Okay. Achievement. Okay. One thing I wanted to know is, what are, not just teachers, but like administration, like what are they, what type of things are in place right now to try to close the achievement gap? I know that they're trying to find the answer, but what exactly are schools doing now? Because I think that's really important. I mean, it's one thing to talk about the achievement gap, but what are they doing to try to close the achievement gap? So, is that a question that's okay with you to try to figure out?
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Okay. So let's see what. Or some way. Well, I'll just put educators. That'll just count for everybody. Working to close achievement gap. Okay. Do you want to do, how many questions do you want to do? Because I think it was 3 or 5. So, and this is this is a huge topic. So we don't want to do too many. Do you want to stop at 3? You want to do 4? You want to do 5? Up to you.
I feel like we're not
Okay. And I like even numbers anyway. Okay. So, any other ones stick out to you?
I like something about maybe home factors.
I was gonna say that too. I was gonna say that one too.
And
Because that's interesting. Because we can't. I refuse to believe that it's just based on things that are going on in school. I think the home life has a lot to do with it. Okay, so that's a really good one. So, what? Let's see. What factor impact influence the achievement gap? Okay, so here's what I have. I have number one, why is there an achievement gap? Number two, is there a correlation between technology access and student achievement? Number three, what are some ways educators are working or work towards closing the achievement gap? And number four, what home factors impact or influence the achievement gap?
I like that.
Okay, cool. All right, so now there was something else where we had to like speak from a different point of view.
Right.
Okay, so I screenshot that too. It says, I am thinking of blank the topic from the point of view of blank, whatever point of view. And then it's like a I think statement. And you have to be an actor. And then there's a question from that viewpoint. So I wanted to take the viewpoint as the student.
Okay.
So I guess here I go. I am thinking of the achievement gap from the point of view of a student. I think that my peers that come from higher economic status perform better than I do. And my question is, as a student, what can I do to perform better when I don't have the same amount of money or resources as other students? So there's mine.
Okay. I'm thinking of the achievement gap from the point of view of a parent. And I think that I'm doing everything within my power to ensure that my child achieves.
Yeah.
And a question that I have as a parent is, what could I be doing? Because I'm not a trained educator. I don't know what I could be doing on my end to better encourage success.
Wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. And that's a good question too, because I know that parents just don't know. Like my friends that aren't teachers, they don't know what to do. And so they're constantly asking me stuff, and some things I have the answers to, some things I don't. So what else were we supposed to do?
I think the last stakeholder was a policymaker or administrator, maybe an educator. Okay.
We would need to do it from the point of view of an educator.
Yeah, on that page it says an educator, policymaker, parent, student, etc.
Okay, so do we have to do each one, or do we just have to pick one? I don't know.
I don't know either. It's not 100% clear to me.
Okay, so maybe we could just do one more.
Yeah, why not?
All right, what were the other ones? So it was you said a
policymaker and educator.
Okay, I'll do educator. I am thinking of the achievement gap from the point of view of an educator. I think that I am supplying all my students with the same information, the same resources, yet I still have students achieving on different levels. A question that I have from this point of view is, what do I do? What do I do? How do I close this gap? Given the resources that I'm supplied with through my district, and I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. So how do I close this gap?
And here
and the question still remains.
It does.
Yeah.
I know that in my school district, what they're trying to do to address, instead of achievement gap, they call it disproportionality.
Oh, wow.
Which is a whole fun buzzword that we're using.
Yeah.
And right now we're trying to tackle it by...
Wait, can you say that word one more time? Disproportionality?
Yeah, disproportionality is what we like to use.
Because I want to write about this in the reflection. Can you spell that for me?
I can type it up. I can
Okay.
type it in.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And
Okay,
we're
keep
trying
going. I'm
to
listening.
tackle it by improving literacy district-wide.
Yeah.
So in all the high schools as a pilot program, they just put classroom libraries in the English 9 classrooms,
Okay.
and they're trying to encourage silent reading for 15 to 20 minutes a day during
Yeah.
fourth period, which is,
And you teach high school, right?
yes.
And so that's a big deal because you often see like in elementary school we have to drop everything and read, and
Mhm.
usually you do that right when you come back from recess. But in like high school, I don't remember doing that type of thing at all. Like you just went to
No.
class and that was so that's pretty cool that they're doing that now.
Yeah, and now there's all these teacher bonuses tied to the student Lexile scores
Are you serious?
because we're trying to show measurable growth, and that's one of the only ways to do it is their Lexile score.
Wow. Teacher bonuses. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's part of the building growth algorithm, I guess.
Yeah, that's neat. They're not offering that here, but you still have to show growth.
Yeah, we're
They're not
trying.
offering any bonuses. Yeah, we have they implemented, oh gosh, and it was you guys have like 10-year teachers and stuff, right?
We don't really have tenure anymore.
Okay. So that yeah, we kind of really don't either. So it was we used to have evaluations based on like and then they would stop like after a certain amount of years. You would just have to set goals, but before I left, I went on a maternity leave, so that's why I'm off right now because I have like a 9-month-old. But before I left, we were using Lexile scores for growth, and like you had to show the amount of growth, or pretty much like your job was. I don't want to say it was on the line, but you had to show growth. But there was no bonus for it. You had to do it.
Well, it's just kind of our teacher evaluation. So it's like
Yeah.
X percentage observation in the classroom, X percentage the lesson plans you produce, and then X percentage is based on your student roster. And
Wow.
and then if you are still rated effective, you got like $500, and if you were highly effective, you got like 1,000.
Are you serious? That's excellent. This is in Indiana?
It's in Fort Wayne, but apparently they haven't had that kind of bonus in years. I guess I came in at a good time.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. How many years have you been teaching?
I just finished my second year, so
Okay.
mhm.
So, yeah, because you graduated from state in 2010. Or
I graduated from state in 2014.
oh, you just graduated. Okay. And so then you had to do the year of student teaching and then you
Um,
found your job.
2 years.
Are you from Michigan?
Yeah, I'm from the Plymouth Canton area.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so I graduated high school in 2002. Then I left state in 2005. But I don't know. It's been 10 years since I graduated from Michigan State. So whatever that boils down to, 2007 or something. I don't know. And then I've been teaching in Ann Arbor this is my 9th year. This would have been my 9th year. And it's really interesting because Ann Arbor, it's really diverse.
Oh, so
And it's diverse, but you still have like your upper class and your lower class, and there's like a huge achievement gap in Ann Arbor. I don't know how it is in Southfield because everybody in Southfield seems to be kind of like this. When I was going to Southfield schools, though, it was really diverse, but now it's just pretty much all black.
yeah, when I was teaching, there was like 1,000 kids at
Yeah.
Southfield.
What school were you at in Southfield?
I was at just Southfield High School, the Blue Jays.
Okay. Do you think you know my mom?
It's possible.
Yeah, she's an English teacher there. Her last name's Stewart. Who do you remember who you student taught under?
I was with Diane Hostas.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. That's my mom's friend. It's funny because she recently sent me a picture. They went out to eat together.
Aww.
Yeah, she's good lady. I like her. Okay, well, what else can we add to this? I don't know. Let me see if I can show you this here. Look. Uh-oh, can you see it?
I can kind of see it.
Yeah, my mom is next to her. It's such a small world. She retired though, you know that, right? It just got to be too much for her and the demand and everything, and she just retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
Yeah. Yeah, she retired, and my mom she's counting down the minutes till she can retire. But let's see, what else? Did we cover everything that was on that list? I know we have to do a reflection, and we have our questions, and I'm gonna check out some of those websites you listed for your resources.
Okay.
From the and I listed 2 of mine. I have more, but I only put 2 in there so far. But it was something else that we had to do. I can't remember what it is. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Would that be in the assignment sheet or?
It would go on the Google. Can you pull it up? Maybe it's on the Google Doc, and it just tells us what we're supposed to talk about. I don't know if I can pull it up on my phone, and I'm scared if I exit out of here, then I won't be able to get back in.
All right. Week 4. Virtual meeting. Summarize the wicked problem in our own words. I haven't done that yet. We just jump straight into the think tank.
Okay, so we're supposed to summarize it?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically the achievement gap is, in my opinion, it's a gap between students, whether it's gender, whether it's race, whether it's class, where your counterparts are just performing. I mean, it's pretty much just like this. Your counterparts are performing. You guys are basically getting the same amount of information. You're getting the same amount of resources at school, but there's the level of performance is just totally off. So, yeah, because I can't really talk about it at home. I just know at school, everybody should be getting the same thing, and there's just a gap with achievement. So that's my, I know I can do it better, but that's what I look at it as. What about you?
The achievement gap is a trend where students from white families or affluent families can perform better academically than students of color, students from marginalized populations via religious or ethnicity, and students with non-traditional lifestyle. Like, I know I didn't realize this beforehand, but I was reading up, and I guess the LBGT community doesn't do as well in school.
Oh, yeah, but you know why? Do they attribute that to how they're treated at school?
Yeah, they attribute that to bullying and harassment.
Yep. Yeah.
Which leads to more frequently being tardy and just getting school together. Then they aren't getting the information they need, and just.
And you know what else was funny to me too? I can recall having a staff meeting, and we talked about the achievement gap, of course, against white students and then students of color, but Asian students, they were like at the top, and they're not even considered in the achievement gap. Have you ever noticed that?
Well, that's the whole model minority thing.
Yeah, yeah. So they're like just they. I don't want to say they're just doing better than everybody, but it's almost like they don't even consider them when they're doing this study, which I found that to be interesting. Now, I don't know if things have changed, but this was when we were talking about it in my district. They were just, their scores and things like that, like they just didn't even compare to the other students at all, period. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't really see the Asian students on the infographic.
Yeah.
Unless there's a language barrier, but.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So we summarized. We have our questions. We role played. I don't know. What else? I think that's about it. I think that they allow so much time because some groups have like 3 and 4 people in them, and they have to take turns. But I feel like I I think we covered everything.
I feel pretty good about this.
Yeah, me too. And now you have my phone number, so like if you email me and it takes me a while to get back, then just text me because I'm checking like 3 different emails. So I'm trying, and I don't have the MSU one on my phone. I keep like my personal one on there. So if something comes up, but I don't know if we have to do another meeting like this. But if we do, we can do it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck on your infographic assignment.
Good luck in taking care of the 9-month-old. Let's go.
Oh, he's the youngest of 4. I have my oldest is 6, and she has a track meet tonight. So that's why I was glad we were able to get this done. And then I have a 5-year-old son. He has kindergarten roundup tomorrow, and then I have a 3-year-old daughter too. So
It'll make for a lot, huh?
yeah, we're pretty busy. Yeah. So enjoy your you time.
I'm trying.
Okay. All right. I gotta figure out how to send this to the teacher now. Let me see. I'm gonna stop the recording.